The General Data Protection Regulation, also known as the GDPR, represented a pivotal change in how personal data is handled across the globe. Since its enforcement on May 25, 2018, GDPR has set a new standard for data privacy, emphasizing the protection of personal data for individuals within the European Union, EU, and the European Economic Area. Its impact, however, extends far beyond these borders, affecting multinational corporations and online services worldwide. Historical context: before GDPR, data protection in the EU was governed by the Data Protection Directive of 1995. The rapid advancement of digital technology and the increasing value of data necessitated a more robust framework, leading to the development and adoption of GDPR. This regulation was designed to give individuals more control over their personal data, while simplifying the regulatory environment for international business by unifying the regulation within the EU. Key objectives of GDPR. GDPR aims to restore control of personal data to individuals, ensuring their rights are protected in a digital age. It seeks to harmonize data protection laws across member states, providing clarity and consistency for organizations processing personal data. Scope and application. GDPR applies to all organizations operating within the EU and EEA, as well as those outside these regions that offer goods or services to residents or monitor their behavior. It covers personal data, which can be anything from a name, a photo, an email address, bank details, posts on social networking websites, medical information, or a computer IP address. Core principles of GDPR. The regulation is built around 7 key principles that form the foundation of GDPR's requirements for handling personal data: lawfulness, fairness, and transparency; purpose limitation, data minimization, accuracy; storage limitation, integrity and confidentiality; and accountability. Rights of the data subject. GDPR grants individuals several important rights, including the right to be informed about how their data is used, access to their data, correction of incorrect information, erasure of data, and more. These rights empower individuals, giving them control over their personal information. Responsibilities of data controllers and processors. Organizations are required to implement measures that comply with GDPR principles, such as securing explicit consent for data processing, protecting against data breaches, and ensuring data privacy by design. Significant responsibilities also include conducting impact assessments for high-risk data processing and appointing a data protection officer (DPO) when necessary. Data transfer outside the EU. GDPR restricts data transfer to countries outside the EU to ensure that the level of protection afforded to personal data is not undermined. Transfers are allowed where the EU has confirmed that a country provides an adequate level of data protection, or through instruments such as standard contractual clauses or binding corporate rules. Data breaches and penalties. GDPR mandates prompt notification of data breaches, typically within 72 hours of discovery, to the relevant supervisory authority and, in certain cases, to the individuals affected. Non-compliance with GDPR can lead to severe penalties, including fines of up to EUR 20 million or 4% of the company's global annual turnover, whichever is higher. GDPR and Technology. The regulation has significant implications for IT systems and services, requiring privacy by design and by default. This means integrating data protection into processing activities and business practices from the design stage right through the life cycle. Case studies and legal challenges. Several high-profile cases have tested GDPR's reach and effectiveness, from substantial fines levied against tech giants for non-compliance to challenges in court that have shaped the interpretation and enforcement of the regulation. GDPR best practices. Organizations are encouraged to adopt comprehensive data protection policies, conduct regular data protection impact assessments, and engage in ongoing monitoring and training to ensure compliance. Future of data protection. As technology evolves, so too will the challenges of protecting personal data. GDPR is seen as a living document, adaptable to new situations and technologies, setting a global benchmark for privacy and data protection. Conclusion: GDPR has fundamentally changed the landscape of data privacy, establishing a framework that balances the rights of individuals with the needs of organizations. As we move forward, the principles of GDPR will continue to influence global data protection standards, ensuring that personal data is treated with the respect and care it deserves.